No-bake cheesecakes are the perfect summertime dessert. You don't have to heat up your house, and this blueberry cheesecake is such a treat. It has blueberry sauce swirled into the cheesecake, topped with more blueberry sauce. It is incredible and so easy. And I'm craving some blueberry cheesecake, so let's get started. We'll start with our easy blueberry topping, which is the filling and topping for the cheesecake. In a medium saucepan, combine water and lemon juice. And for the best flavor, I always recommend freshly squeezed lemon juice and never from concentrate. Also add sugar and your cornstarch. And you always want to add cornstarch while it's off the heat. Otherwise, if you put it into warm liquid, it will clump together. Stir that together with a spatula just until the cornstarch is dissolved, then set it over medium heat. Continue stirring constantly for about a minute or until the mixture starts to thicken, then add your blueberries. The beauty of this recipe is you can also use frozen blueberries if that's what you have on hand. Cook the blueberries for about 5 to 6 minutes, stirring occasionally and being gentle as you stir so you don't squash the berries. When they're done, they should release some of their juices and turn syrupy. Now take it off the heat and let it cool to room temperature. I find it cools a little faster if you transfer it to a different bowl. I love the consistency of this. It's super saucy and syrupy, but still has a lot of great texture from the blueberries. We're gonna set that aside to cool, and you can definitely make that blueberry sauce a day or more ahead of time. Let's make the no-bake crust. You can buy pre-crushed graham cracker crumbs, but it's less expensive to just crush your own. You can do this in a large Ziploc bag and just smash it up with a rolling pin or the back of a saucepan, or you can also put it into a food processor and pulse until you see fine crumbs.
It was easy, she said.
You should end up with about 1 3/4 cups of graham cracker crumbs, which comes from 14 whole graham crackers. We're gonna sweeten the crust up just a bit, so add 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar, then add your melted butter. The melted butter is what holds the crumb together, so once it's in, stir until it's evenly moistened. To hold the cheesecake, I love using my 9-inch springform mold because it releases easier. Line that with a ring of parchment paper, and that will help keep the crust from sticking to the bottom. Press the crumbs evenly into the bottom of the pan, and you do want the crumbs to go up slightly on the sides. I like using the back of a large soup spoon, which makes the process easy. Now, since this is a no-bake cheesecake, rather than putting it in the oven at this point, we're gonna put it in the freezer for about 15 minutes. You can also refrigerate for 30 minutes if you prefer. Now for the cheesecake filling, get ready because it is so easy but so delicious. In a large mixing bowl, combine your softened cream cheese and sugar. Using an electric hand mixer, beat that together on medium-high speed for about 3 minutes or until it's fluffy and completely smooth, and scrape down the sides of the bowl as needed so you don't end up with lumps in your cheesecake. Next, add the sour cream and make sure you use a thick sour cream. This will help the cheesecake set up properly, and also add some more freshly squeezed lemon juice. And this is my favorite citrus squeezer. It's lasted for a while and still going strong. I will link to it in the recipe notes. Beat the mixture for another minute or until everything is well incorporated. Scrape down the bowl as needed, and if you're curious, you can use a stand mixer with the whisk attachment. Wash your mixer attachments, and in a second large mixing bowl, add your cold, heavy whipping cream and beat for about 3 minutes on medium-high speed or until it's thick and whipped. You want to make sure it's whipped and spreadable, but don't overbeat, otherwise it'll start to turn buttery. Add your whipped cream to your cream cheese mixture and fold with a spatula until it's well combined. Make sure you're scraping the bottom of the bowl as you gently fold the mixture together. You can see how airy and fluffy this is, and it creates the best no-bake cheesecake consistency. I'll grab my crust from the freezer. It has fully chilled, and it's time to assemble this no-bake cheesecake. Add half of your batter over your crust and spread it out evenly. You want to make sure to go all the way to the edges. Spoon 1/4 of the blueberry sauce over the first half of the cheesecake. Scatter those blueberries around the surface because we're gonna create a fun swirl. I'm using the back of a wooden skewer, but you can use any similar tool. And at this point, it doesn't have to be pretty. We're just distributing the flavor over the first layer. Now spoon on the remaining cheesecake mixture, and I find it's easier to spread out if you add it in dollops on the surface. Spread that out evenly, going all the way to the edges to seal. Now dot the top with another 1/4 of the blueberry sauce. Now clean your skewer and create another swirl pattern. Here's how to create a swirl on a cheesecake. And I assure you, this only looks complicated, but it was completely random what I was doing here, and it really will turn out pretty no matter what you try. You can do zigzags, you can do straight lines, you can do half circles. As you can see, it's all kind of random nonsense, but it still turns out beautiful. Also, I do like to push those blueberries down slightly into the batter just so they're not sticking up above the surface. Once your cheesecake is fully assembled, cover and let that refrigerate for at least 6 hours or preferably overnight. Of course, I have one that I made the other day, so we're gonna use that for a taste test. All right, our cheesecake is set. And you do want to let it set for at least 6 hours, preferably overnight. That way it'll be much easier to slice. Let's do this. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I cannot wait to dig into this. So you do want to loosen it from the pan first. So I do like to use a thin knife to go around the edges. Okay, and then just unclip the pan and let it release. All right, and then once that ring is off, you're gonna carefully transfer that to your cake serving platter. And you can also take off the wrapping paper if you don't want it underneath the cake. Just use a spatula to run underneath it and carefully slide it out. All right, it is so beautiful. I cannot wait to dig into this, and it really slices so easily. Check this out. You have to see the texture inside of this. Here we go. And then all that's left to do is to plate this and enjoy. But look at that. Look at the texture. I love that there's layers of blueberry sauce inside and on top.
Yep.
It is irresistibly good. You're gonna love every bite, I'm telling you. Okay, here we go. Let's serve this up. Generous slice for me. Can't resist. And the husband. You're next, honey, don't worry. Here we go. And of course, you have to top it with more of the sauce because we have half of the blueberry sauce left over. We've had this in the fridge. It does thicken up as it chills, and that's totally normal because of the cornstarch and the natural pectin from the blueberries. So if it gets too thick and you want it a little looser, just add a little bit of, boil some water, add a little splash of water till it gets to your desiring, or till it gets to your, what's the word? To your desired consistency, right? Thank you. Okay, so that's what we've got here. And just add a heaping spoonful on top because you have plenty of blueberry sauce, don't worry. Oh my goodness, yes. So much yes. And I love when it kind of dribbles down the side. Yummy, look at this, look at this. And this side. It's so good, you guys, I'm telling you. Make this once and you'll make it over and over. And this blueberry sauce is so good, not just on cakes, but put it on your pancakes, put it on waffles. It's like the ultimate breakfast blueberry sauce. Yummy, yummy. Okay. All right, enough talking. Let's dig in. All right, here we go. My heart's beating a little faster. Look at this. Oh, this is gonna totally make my day. Here we go. It's so good. It's like the perfect balance of the crust to the cheesecake filling, and having that juicy pop of blueberry in every bite is so good. I love that it doesn't heat up my house in the summer. You can totally make it ahead. As you know, we are major fans of no-bake desserts. Make sure you check out our other ones like our strawberry no-bake cheesecake and our mini no-bake cheesecakes. They're so simple and so impressive. I think you'll find new favorites there for sure. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you check out our new cookbook, which has a whole dessert chapter, and you will love every recipe. Some really special family recipes in there. And let me know where you spotted Sharky in the video. Plus, if you have any recipe requests for summer or any time of year, I would love to hear from you in the comments. And I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of the cheesecake because, oh, it's so good.
All right, we'll see you on the next episode of Natasha's Kitchen. Bye-bye. Oh, come to mama. Come to mama. I've been waiting for you, my darling.